Let's get underway, though, for match 1 of day 2 of the PUBG Nations Cup. Monty finding the kill onto Bolly. That's going to be the second kill of this particular game. And Monty, of course, was a very much talked about figure yesterday.
And to me, honestly, I mean, this is Australia kind of starting off where they left off yesterday. Right from the get-go, since the very first game, and we saw them go up and play aggressive against Canada, they call out these splits early. If you start shooting at a rotation from Australia, they go, we know you're only one guy. What are you trying to prove here? They turn around, they find the fast kill, and if you can go into it later, having this many points already in the back without really having risked anything, that is so important.
Dangerous moment here. Shiva hides behind the tree and, of course, has not been spotted out. I don't think we'll go for the spray from big distance and doesn't really get a good avenue anyway, so Australia get by. Now, down to our final 8 teams, placement points on offer.
Important kills for Japan. Now they cleared out the compound, they can spread out, they can set time, but look at Sharp Shot! The nade comes through right on the money. Monty TGLTN falls down instantly. Luke down to low HP as well as continuing pushes coming in from USA.
Sharp shot, more like sharp nade. Luke 12 trying to get the first aid kit off, uses that smoke to his advantage. Does not matter. The US of A take out Australia. Great position, great team kills, but they've got Korea pushing in behind them.
Points coming in, 24 points for Brazil. They're going to be challenging for #1 at this point. The USA getting themselves double digits. Likewise, so did Finland. And I think overall, Martin, for Brazil to clear out the backside of the position that they had was very important, and that was against Finland.
We head into our second match of the day, and the Dads did bring up a very good point. That top 3, they're starting to really form a gap.
Lavantina becomes a massive roadblock. You're funneling the teams either to commit south and crash into one another, or north into Minas, and this is exactly what they would have been backfilling. Just a cluster of teams trying to wrap their way through Australia. Luke, nice headshot, takes down Cloris. One more was found before, so Vietnam, although a solid early game came through, tough rotation for them trying to make the way to safety here.
Yeah, and really smart from Australia. I said maybe they might play the ridge, and I think I'm wrong in that. I think they want others to go up onto the top of the ridge first.
All of them taking their part, but now Australia makes the run for it.
They're in the bowl, and they're trying to push up the hill, and then you've got Japan looking at this as well. Unfortunately for Australia, this is just an awful position that they're not going to be able to get out of unless a miracle happens. China helps out. They're going to put a bit of pressure onto Japan. That means that they're not going to get third-partied immediately. Xavier Yanli down, but it is Chinese Taipei that have the high ground, that now have the advantage, and they make it pay. Australia out in 6. It's a big win there for Chinese Taipei.
23 points for Argentina will bump them up nicely. Chinese Taipei, China, importantly for them as well, and Japan, double digits coming on in.
Let's wait no more. Let's hop back into it. Match number 3 of the day, Miramar. Here we go.
Shinboy now Canada watching UK rotations, doing a decent damage to Vex, but Vex there has the hard top Morado, so it's a little bit of extra cover. Got him down to 20. Meanwhile, Flood and Mao Rush gonna trade blows there. Tickleton there to save Flood's life. The rest of Chinese Taipei trying to roll in here, but they're a bit late to this party.
And it's Australia again calling the bluffs. They're pulling up. Taipei was there early. They sat there waiting. They were scouting forward. Australia goes, there's no way there's more than one guy here. Pull up. Yes, they got one knock, but there are 2 there to take the fight. Issue is Taipei is now coming back to help, but Vietnam from the other side denying them the opportunity to go help their fallen teammate.
This is Taipei, to me, feeling like they got caught in a bad spot initially, and then the play calling was kind of confused. Japan has been under the purview of Australia for a while here.
Exactly. Hasn't been opted in to engage. Now they will be the ones with the element of surprise. You can see Luke jumping around, scanning the grass for snakes. Do not want to get punished by any of this, but no snakes to be found. Shiva prone, ready and waiting, wants to get the first shot in, but is very, very, very eagerly holding his fire. Escalucia finds Sugar, crowd goes wild. Everyone loves it when Thailand gets knocks.
China had to back off of this fight. I think China was feeling the pressure either from Vietnam's angle from that house or from Australia's push right up on the behind of Thailand.
Exactly. The issue for them is that they cannot go back the way they came. They left their vehicles. They have nothing left to play down there. I hope they either hear or see this, and I'm honestly surprised to see Australia not get backfilled themselves by Japan. But again, Japan, very decisive, and when they opt to aggress this time around, not wanting to go for it, it was very far north and uphill, so it could have been dangerous for them. This though from Australia, 3 on a car, we've seen it go wrong before. Where are you going, boys?
This is a little bit dangerous, no doubt about it. Yeah, this is not in the circle currently, this particular spot, so they're going to have to work their way through, and Vietnam, I think, should have an angle down there, or at least can reach with grenades. And, you know, Australia's trying to find some way in.
Shiva, that finally happened. Japan, we didn't know if they were going to go, but now they have 4 nades for Shiva. Throw some more, you know they're down there. That one is going to be perfect, but unfortunately, bounces up, only half damage done, but on 2 players.
Oh, come on, just get a few more grenades in here and you've got this, but it's Vietnam and Australia combining fire onto Poly here. Meanwhile, Thailand is trying to hang on, and Japan is all just down to Shiva as they are trying to get into this circle somehow, some way. In the long run, China is going to win that battle, but it's bloody. A decent grenade follow-up here from Shiva, but he is burning quick to the blue.
They push, but they push down too late. A little bit of indecisiveness from Japan in making that aggressive play uphill. Had they caught them in midst of that rotation, catching free in that car, Australia would have been down and out in the second, but unfortunately for Japan, didn't execute fast enough, and they will end up going down. Wait, what?
Argentina here, getting a little bit active, trying to put some pressure, trying to get some points. I like this.
They have to go out. They have to force them back. They have to essentially force them into Vietnam. Luke, though, does manage to find Martinson first. Good opening for Australia, who needs everything going their way here. Sills and peeks on over, finds 1 in return. Australia down to 2, but where is Vietnam in order to finally peeking on over? But Tiggleton instantly there to take down Clories.
I mean, Australia is fighting with everything they have, but it's the combined fire of Vietnam and Argentina that looks to do them in. Fisher just caught eyes of Monty. He's trying to push over the hill. Meanwhile, Brazil wrapping into the bottom of this. They might try to third party this fight.
Oh, Argentina, all their eyes are looking up towards the north, and Brazil is getting a free entry to the compound. Fisher should be the first one to find out of this, and I don't think he has a clue that there are Brazilian players entering the building as we speak.
But 26 points in total for Brazil. Insane game for them.
Yeah, that pushes them guaranteed up to number 1 here. As, of course, Finland, not the best of games for them, not really keeping their average up. It was a hard time for them anyway. Likewise, UK, who was up there before, not really having the best of times. But the fact that we see, once again, Korea having a not exactly the most amazing point placement, but overall big kill points coming in. It's now time to go into another game. We are changing things up. Erangel is on the way. Let's take to the plane and let's drop over by the casters.
All right, thank you very much, Kay Laris. I'm Paper Thin, and joining me is Matchroom Matt. First of all, it's been a long time, my friend, since we have seen each other since we've been in person together.
I know what it was. GLL, the last
Season
LAN.
4, yeah.
This was the pairing that we had right before COVID kicked off. So great to be back with you, and moving into Erangel, which has been very, very good to United Kingdom so far. Argentina is going to be around where they're at.
It's almost like you've done this before.
I know. I might know something about what's going on. Is Argentina? Fisher, you might want to get the hell out of there. This is going to be a problem real fast, man.
Yeah, yep, that was... you couldn't even finish the word problem, and he was already done. So good job here by Australia to react quickly to take the point. And, you know, for Argentina, they opt for an early 2-1-1 spread, and those are difficult, and especially in lobbies like this where teams are going to feel you out. You know, we've seen that Australia and others have been keen to try to take those odd man advantages. I mean, think about the first game yesterday where they pounced on Canada early.
This position's still quite strong as it is to the south of center, but I mean, nobody could have the greatest position as VHZ does.
That's actually true. I mean, he has a great position right now by gift of everyone else fighting. I mean, Tiggleton, that shouldn't surprise anybody. That's just a filthy spray there to take down Yan Lee. The last one left for Australia. Gonna have enough time to go for the here. Now, Mao Rush, of course, knows exactly where Tiggleton is, more or less. And that grenade decent. The follow-up has to be better.
Tiggleton, last one up, coming in, looks down Sillside, does take that one up. Easy for Tig, all considered. Now he's the only competitor up against China in the north part of this circle. We have seen Tiggleton be able to 1v4 a couple of times in the past.
So he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty all right. I mean, there's a reason why he's as expensive as he is in the fantasy stuff. Now let's see how that's going to play out. Slow and steady wins the race for Tiggleton right now as he is eyeing what's going on. Vietnam right on the edge. You can see perfectly content just to hang out here, wants nothing to do with what's happening with Korea.
I mean, the thing for Tiggleton right now is Japan's pretty spread out, so if he can isolate those fights, he can absolutely do a lot of damage. Now, Luna Luna is going to be coming down the hill, and Tiggleton is going to have a brief moment here. We can actually go
Oh,
team in McCain, the headshot
Kane!
with the AWM.
You win a 1v1 versus Tiggleton, and that's going to feel good. Japan now has control of so much of the eastern part of the circle.
22 points going the way of Japan. A big boost up for them here in the standings as a whole, and then double digits going the way of China as well as Korea.
Moving into our last game of the day, plane path's going to be pretty clear for everybody. We're going to be up over the Milta area, ending up over Zarki. The way this is lined up, though, it is hillside to hillside, so UK could see Australia. Australia gets the read on that. And so Australia does move into the north, wrapping around where we might see Turkey make their assault. VHZ is still holding up for Brazil, but you can see now with the firefight having been, I guess, a problem for everybody that was inside of Milta Small, it's just remnants of people that are playing around the outside of it.
Yeah, Turkey here. Oh my goodness, Monty almost got the knock there onto Smash. They're going to be able to vault up and over safely here behind this silo. Go for the heels, should be good to go. So a nice little maneuver, nice timing. Oh no, he stood up on top of the wall and Tiggleton punishes it.
Man, you cannot do that around Tig. He will not let it happen. Australia now counter moving into this, kind of leaning into a 2-2 split.
Top Australia, yeah, still plenty of vehicles
Just
here to
don't
make
care.
a maneuver. Yeah, I mean, they might just swing around the southern edge here, kind of work their way through. First, they got to go through Kickstart, then the rest of UK. If they can dislodge the UK, they've got a great chance to win this game. Like, the rest of the teams are stuck fighting each other inside the compound. So you kind of have a one-way battle against UK if it wasn't for Kickstart. You get him eliminated. See, VHZ can't peek over at all. Like you were talking about earlier, it's so challenging to get up and over that ledge with everybody aware of that position and knowing how dangerous it is to give him any opportunity to take shots. Australia there doing some serious
Gets
damage.
the shots in!
Oh my god, he's got one. Can he get more?
Goes for the jump down. This is going to hurt, but it doesn't matter. Does get him some cover from the wall, and now trying to assault what's going on around. Gets the read on it, but it's going to be Ming Ming that takes him down. Now we're in R4. Ming Ming and Turkey still alive on one side, but Australia lining in, and UK has the beat on the center point for this. 1v1 on the outside to see who can be maybe the X factor in this next firefight.
Yeah, how do you like trying to go up against one of the best players in the world? Ketpa gonna go down to Ming Ming. Ming Ming, the one-man army, but the volley's perfect!
Oh, of all the ways for that to end, that's gonna hurt.
But what a molly from Australia to finish the job. And now there's the AWM that's going to fall into the hands of Luke 12. But the full forces of the UK, man, this is going to take incredible shooting. That's not bad.
On both sides of it, tapping into each other. Fex gets the better end of it, though. Now just one member up. Australia's Flood's got to try to do something. UK has been on a roll yesterday, and now finding their strength on Erangel yet again. Coming up alive, and they don't even care. They're charging across. When Flood does get one of them down, reveals his position. There you go. UK picks up another one.
And here's the points coming in as we have 21 coming in for Great Britain, United Kingdom. Of course, they have not had the best of days, but this is a nice bump up for them after having a poor day. I will say one concern that does rest on probably a lot of the team's minds is that now China has hit the floor running here in day 2.